awesome new website. And obviously consider, volunteering your time or making a gift to MEEA. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Now we have Tanya Shearer, who's the chair of our certification committee, to talk with you about what that group has been up to.
Thank you. I'm excited to talk about what we've been up to. So again, I'm Tanya. I'm on MEEA's board and the chair of our brand new certification committee that we started in, I believe, June, maybe May. And I'll talk a little bit more about our committee and what that kind of consists of in just a minute. But for those of you that aren't familiar with our certification program, I wanted to kind of introduce you to that. So MEEA certification program, I believe, was started with Jan, who is on this in this meeting. So I don't know how many years ago, but it's a really fantastic program that I know Jan spent a lot of time putting together. But we haven't noticed a whole lot of engagement in it over the years, or we see a lot of folks that are excited about it and want to start it, but don't get through all 4 levels, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Actually, I'll talk about those now. But kind of the goal of this certification committee is to build that engagement and figure out kind of why folks aren't getting through the program and see what we can kind of change to get more folks engaged, because it's really a fantastic program and it's a program that many other states are doing. So it does, first of all, the certification program is to become certified as a Missouri environmental educator. And it's under the North American Association of Environmental Education. I think I have that right, under their program. So there are, I don't know, maybe 13 states that currently have a certification program in place. And of that, a few of them are accredited. But so it's based off their guidelines for excellence. So you can find that on NAEE's website. I believe we have a link to it also under our certification program. And the program consists of 4 levels. So Missouri's is portfolio based. And level 1 is 6 quizzes, and each quiz consists of 30 questions that just cover different topics in environmental ed. And I believe if you go to our website, you can actually find what each of those kind of topics are. So you start by taking those quizzes, and you can actually take them as many times as you want, and you don't even have to pay to take them. You only have to submit payment once you've accepted your scores. So if you take it a few times, just kind of want to familiarize yourself with the content, that's fine. Even if you just want to take it just for your own knowledge and not even to finish the program, there is an option to do that. But once you feel confident about your score, you submit your scores, and then there's a small payment to be accepted that you've passed level 1, and then you'd go on to level 2, and that consists of 2 written projects. So these kind of focus on the development and the evolution of environmental education. And then from there, level 3 is where we see a lot of people kind of stop with the program, or they don't complete it. But that's where you get into the portfolio projects. And from there, level 4 consists of mentoring and giving feedback on other people's projects. And Jan, feel free if you have anything to add to that. But does that sound about right to you? Okay. So I think one reason that some people don't finish is because on our website right now, we have this information, but we don't have a lot of documents. We don't really have any documents kind of showing you what that looks like. So it says it's a portfolio project on environmental education or environmental issues, but there isn't really any kind of guideline for that. You don't really get that until you've made it to that level. So one thing that our committee is working on now is getting up on the website more documentation. So examples of other people's projects, rubrics to show kind of what you're graded on, and the actual kind of worksheet that Jan had put together that really lays out what we ask of you for each section in each of those projects. So I know once I found those documents, it made it all much more clear to me. And I think everyone on the committee would agree with that. So we think it's important that you see that so you kind of know what you're getting into before you start the program. Some other changes. Sarah, can you go, or Leslie, to the next slide? Some other changes that the committee is working on, which our committee consists currently, I believe, of 7 members. We have a few that kind of drop in here and there, and that consists of current board members, We have a professor who's on the board, but also works with the Natural Resources Department of Mizzou. So we're also working with her to hopefully in the future connect this certification program with kind of what she's doing with students to add more value to it. It also consists of current formal environmental educators and, informal as well as formal educators. So we have a good mix of viewpoints kind of within our committee. So I think it's a really strong committee. And again, some other things we're doing other than trying to get documentation out to kind of support what we ask of this. We're looking over level 1 because it does include some data. So we want to make sure that's updated. And we're also trying to make it a little more inclusive and add some more questions in the environmental and the quizzes that, again, just make it a little more inclusive. I know I only have a couple minutes. So finally, we want to add a few things, updating the website a little bit, and we're working on promoting the program and working with other affiliates that also have the certification programs in place to hopefully kind of align our materials. So that way, if you get certified in Missouri and you want to get certified in Kansas, maybe it's not such a huge jump from one to the other. So really excited about this. I think it's an awesome program, and hopefully you all can check it out and see over the course of the next few months and year how we kind of make those changes on our website. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me or Leslie, and she can pass it on to me. You're muted, Leslie.
Thank you. Thank you for everything that you've been doing on this committee, Tanya, and for this awesome update. Appreciate it so much. Next up, we have Laura Sager is going to share with us what's happening on the committee that she's chairing, the Justice, Equity, Diversity, Inclusion, and Accessibility Committee.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good conference so far. We are a new committee. We started meeting in February, and we fluctuated from 5 to 7 members. If you are interested in this topic, feel free to reach out to Leslie or myself. We are happily taking more members on the committee. Some of the things that we've started working on are tweaking our mission just a little bit to make it a little more inclusive. It is not finished, so I cannot share it today. It's still in the dynamic governance process, but that's a great thing. So we're working on that. We've provided opportunities on the website for people to easily access appropriate land acknowledgements. That just seemed like a resource that we should be able to provide to folks. So we have included that. We had a lot of great work on environmental justice issues. We kind of align those with some of the state standards for middle and high school, and are really encouraging educators to use those, especially in doing place-based and project-based learning. And we actually divided it by area and provided different projects, ideas. You know, here are the issues that are happening in your area so that your students could do some more research and work on those. And then NAAEE has a formal JEDI committee where they're kind of still working on the overall, what does this look like for the environmental ed world? And they're kind of really in a big picture phase still, but I'm serving on that committee and kind of bringing that back and reporting back on that. And we'll continue to share that information. It's available. One of our members helped make some connections with the Rural School Collaborative, and Leslie's been able to reach out to them. And we've been looking at, you know, the kind of ongoing challenge of membership diversity, or lack thereof, and how we can increase that, both in rural and urban areas and across all different areas. This is such a huge topic. there's so many parts to it. And so we've just been taking little bitty bites as we've gone, and there's a lot more to do. We've talked about looking at ways to you know, make sure that our hiring process is more inclusive, making sure that when we are posting positions for Vistas, again, that we're making sure those positions are as inclusive, making sure that what we're paying people is equitable. So we've had a lot of different conversations about this. And every time we meet, we come up with 10 more things that we need to work on and do to move forward. So we have lots of work to do, but we're excited to be jumping in and starting finally.
Great. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you. Oh no, what did I just do? Gosh, you guys. Hold up. Screen just broke. Okay, we're back in. All right, Susan Flowers. You were so instrumental to this big project. Take it away.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Susan. I use she, her pronouns. So I don't know how to really summarize all the things except these 3 bullets, right? Because you all have interacted with this website at this point. So basically, this has been a phenomenal endeavor that has resulted in just a gorgeous website that does 3 really critical things: preserves our past, showcases our present, and is absolutely designed to meet our needs for the future. And so I just wanted to kind of call out a few things that are in those categories. You know, our history is present on the page. We have archives, we have our newsletters archived, we have a document library. So all of the wonderful resources that MEEA has produced over the years are still available to everyone on this new site. In terms of looking at, you know, how cool we are in the present, you can see our board composition and bios of all of our folks that have taken a leadership role in our organization. We can still see current job openings, current events, grant opportunities across the state. Wonderful things like environmental ed, our EE top 5 resources that we're promoting all the time. The addition of environmental justice issues, as has been mentioned. So there's so much. This site is so robust, and it's well organized, and you can really find everything that you could possibly want, I think. For the future, we've got a growing learning database. We have a variety of ways to get involved that are highlighted on the website. And something I also wanted to point out is that we could use you. So if folks would like to get involved in continuing to add content to our website, you know, volunteer. We need folks that are interested in learning how to do web maintenance, learning our WordPress system, and also our lesson database. So when folks are interested in sharing a database with the MEEA community, we actually have a peer review process that's built in. And so we need folks that are willing to spend some time providing feedback on those lessons so that then we feel comfortable putting them up as a resource on our website. So I hope you will consider adding lessons, curating lessons, sharing resources that you find, sharing events that you find, because our website can show it off to everyone really easily now. So send us your stuff.
Yes, thank you, Susan. And I would just add, we've been stretched a little bit thin lately. So I hope in the coming months, with our new Vistas on board, helping out with our website, we're going to reinvigorate some pages that need some updates. So FYI, it's probably on a radar. Okay. Oh, is that the right one? Yes. Okay, next up, Hannah Carter, our intrepid committee chair for the Missouri Green Schools Committee. Thank you for being here, Hannah. I think I saw you.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Great.
Like Leslie said, my name is Hannah Carter. If I haven't met you before, I'm also the sustainability coordinator at Parkway School District, and recently joined as the committee chair for Missouri Green Schools, which has been so much fun. So just as an update, the Missouri Green Schools program will be continuing its pilot phase throughout the rest of this school year. So it's our second full year of pilot phase. And so far we've had 18 schools enroll in the program, and 11 of those are eligible for extra support through MGS Plus. Our committee and team of wonderful Vistas have been super hard at work this past year on a wide variety of projects as our program continues to grow and develop. Earlier this year, we solidified our program's mission and vision statements. And since then, we've been developing tons of tools and resources for schools, including how-to guides on a wide variety of topics, onboarding guides and videos. We've also been working to spread the word about our program by making tons of different promotional materials, writing articles, hosting webinars, giving presentations, all that good stuff. So really congrats to them. And then also, as you all know, Missouri Green School serves as our state's conduit for the U.S. Department of Education Green Ribbon School Award. So I really want to quickly shout out and congratulate Flance Early Learning Center in St. Louis, who was our 2021 Green Ribbon School Award winner. And Flance has made some really great strides in sustainability across their campus, curriculum, and school culture, with a strong focus in improving the health of the students and the community that they surround. And we funded a outdoor classroom project that they recently had over at their center that was very community-based as well, which was awesome. And then also just to mention that it's that time again for us to begin identifying Green Ribbon nominees for 2022. And there's a few schools that we're working with and super excited to help through the process this year, getting application materials together and sent off early 2022. And then honorees from across the country are announced later in the spring. So if you want to go to the next slide.
There we go.
We will announce our 2021 Missouri Green Schools honorees. Super excited. So the following schools achieved Sprout level this year by involving their school administration, beginning to benchmark and track their improvements, and setting goals towards further advancement of green and healthy practices. So we have Central High in Springfield Public Schools. We have Central Primary from Ferguson Florissant School District, Forsyth School, Hickson Middle from Webster Groves, Patrick Henry Downtown Academy from SLPS, and St. Francis of Assisi School as well. So congrats to these schools on all of their hard work. And so just by achieving Sprout level, these schools are setting the stage for continued improvements to their campuses, curriculum, and culture. And each school has also been assigned a mentor that was a previously awarded Green Ribbon School to help them guide their future achievements and connect schools with each other from across the state. So congrats to everyone, and that's all I had.
Well, I'm actually lying in bed with my CPAP on and listening to the MEEA meeting.
Hey everyone, if you can mute yourself before we go into the awards, that would be great.
Well, they did, I probably will.
There we go. Okay, thank you so much, Hannah. I think it's hilarious because some of us are constantly muted and some of us are not. It's hilarious. We're always trying to manage 20 things at once in Zoom. I am so excited about Missouri Green Schools and all of these committee reports. I just think it speaks so much to what a great community we have here and why we can do so much. I'm really thankful to have had the opportunity to look back on the past year as these committee chairs have developed their reports. And I'm really just, every day I'm more and more proud to be part of this organization and this community. It's amazing. So, and thank you all for being members and for being here today, hopefully getting a little bit more jazzed about this organization too. So, and I love it, Ryan. I saw your thumbs up. You're the best. All right, so next up, I wanna share with you, I gotta move your faces again. We are going to announce the 2020 award winners. So they're all gonna be up on the screen together, and then we'll introduce them all separately so you can see their lovely faces all together, but then hear their individual stories. So first up, I wanna congratulate, I'm gonna be introducing the first three, and then you won't hear from me that much more. For 2020, we are honoring two people with the Resilience Award for their work that made it possible for MEEA to co-host last year's conference with KC. A huge thank you to Jeff Birchler and Lori Davis for their huge commitment last year to the conference. The resilience they displayed in shifting from an in-person event to a virtual event. And Jeff and Lori are both incredible assets to MEEA and to environmental education in Southwest Missouri. They're both on the board of MEEA, serving on the executive committee. Jeff's the director of the Watershed Center in Springfield, Mo, and Lori coordinates educational outreach for the City of Springfield's Environmental Services Department. When the pandemic made it clear that an in-person gathering wasn't going to happen last year, these two fearlessly took up the task of developing a week-long conference. even though they'd had no experience with anything like that before and no data to guide them about what to expect. Without these two, MEEA would not have been able to participate in that first MEEA KC Collaborative Conference. I was over with Susan Flowers and others working on the website. I mean, literally, like, they carried that thing from our side. And not only did they help coordinate an amazing conference last year, but they really strengthened our relationship with KC. And it's been so neat to see that relationship continue to develop as we continue working with KC on lots of projects, including this year's conference. So Jeff and Lori, thank you for having always a can-do attitude to go along with your passion for environmental education. And congratulations on this award. MEEA is a much stronger organization because of your work. Thank you. And we have a couple minutes for them to say a couple words.
I'll go first, Jeff. Jeff and I are really good at tag teaming and dragging one another into adventures. And so we really appreciated the opportunity. For me personally, this award is really the representation of lots of help from behind the scenes. I want to especially call out my two co-educators, Clarissa and Sarah. They were amazing and pretty much what needs done and did it. And then what a pleasure and honor to work with the KC team. I know more about Zoom than I really should be allowed to know. And so the whole concept of transitioning to a virtual conference was overwhelming, and they were just phenomenal to work with. And we have some great partners here in Springfield that also were part of that. So although I'm receiving the award, it really represents a whole lot of people who I am very appreciative of. Thank you.
Yeah, Lori touched on a lot of sentiments that I share with her. It does feel strange somewhat receiving recognition for something that was actually a very pleasant experience. It was fantastic working with the Kansas folks. You know, anytime you have a conference, one of the best things that you can do is to network with people. And so being forced, and I put that in quotation marks, to work with the people from Kansas was a fantastic experience. Lori and I learned a lot from them. And then if you've never had a chance to work with Lori on any type of project, it is a true treat to work with Lori. She brings some energy and attention to detail, and she is a fantastic partner to work with. So I look forward to more adventures as we move forward together. So thanks again for the recognition.
Awesome. Well, thank you too. So exciting. Okay, so our next award is the 2020 Innovation Award, and it goes to Kate Mazeka in recognition of her support for EE in Missouri. Kate was integral to the development of our new MEEA and Missouri Green Schools websites that launched last year. Her commitment to volunteerism, her passion for kids, her background in graphic design, and her understanding of the process of a website launch made her the perfect person to steer us through this project. She also guided our team through the process of working with a design firm to develop our new logo, which was something that was not anticipated at the outset of that project. She did it all with grace and a lot of wisdom. Throughout the year-long project, she made sure we were moving forward and utilized her technical skills to save us a ton of money and make that an affordable project for us. Her ingenuity and generosity helped launch MEEA into this current growth phase that we're in. And so just a huge thank you to Kate. Congratulations on this award. It is so well deserved. Also, Kate is not able to be here tonight. Thursday nights are probably the worst night to ask her to do anything. So she's shuttling kids back and forth to different things after school today, but hopefully she will see the recording. And if you want to drop her any lines in the chat, feel free, I'll share them with her. So Kate is awesome, just like all of you here. I wish I could give out awards to everyone. This is so fun. Next up, Tanya Speed is going to present an award.
Wait, did you say Tanya Speed?
Oh, sorry, I'm reading Nick Speed with your name. Tanya Shearer is going to present Nick Speed this award.
That's okay. I know Nick well enough that we can laugh about that. So thank you, Leslie. So I'm going to present Nick Speed, who, as I said, I've had the joy of working with and getting to know in the past. I want to present him with the Outstanding Service to a Youth Group Award for 2020. So Nick Speed founded the local nonprofit Ujima in 2018 to cultivate a healthy community through food justice, environmental stewardship, and youth empowerment. The original project was a series of pop-up pay what you can dinner cafes, but unfortunately it was halted due to the pandemic. Still, that did not stop Nick from taking action for food justice in the St. Louis region. As a result, Project Salsa was born. Project Salsa was created to bring together youth from St. Louis to learn agriculture, culinary, and entrepreneurial skills. A brilliant COVID pivot. Today, Project Salsa has shifted to a full-on youth apprenticeship program that promotes food literacy and food justice. And the first group of apprentices has just wrapped up their session. So congratulations, Nick, on your ability to do the wonderful COVID pivot, on your perseverance and ingenuity, which will benefit so many kids over the long haul and will surely inspire others to follow in your footsteps. MEEA presents Nick Speed and Ujima STL, the Outstanding Service to a Youth Group Award for 2020. Nick, I know I saw you on here. Do you want to take a few minutes to say a few words?
Yes, thanks so much, Tanya, and thanks so much, everybody at MEEA for the recognition. I'm currently driving at the moment. It's been a busy week, so I appreciate y'all's flexibility. But yeah, I am super thankful to have the apprenticeship program come into existence. It's been an idea in my head for the longest. Big shout out to Serving Our Communities. They helped sponsor the program and allowed us to pay our apprenticeship $20 an hour. They worked with us part-time, learned about urban agriculture, culinary arts, and entrepreneurship. We had lots of amazing community partners. My good friend, Dr. Brittany Connors, who's an occupational therapist. We did mental health sessions with students. Big shout out to Confluence Farms. We got a chance to do hikes out there and walk to the Missouri River. Five Global Farms and Mitch Pearson in Spanish Lake. We got a chance to check out all the turkeys on site, all the horses and the goats. And I'm just really, really thankful for all the folks behind the scenes, all the chefs we work with, Chef Robert Roussan, to Darren and Charlene Young with the fattened calf. We made Filipino breakfast. So yeah, I'm just super thankful to be able to impart some knowledge on the next generation and also compensate them for their time. We're excited that they are interested in working with us again next summer. And so yeah, I'm already plotting on next year. We're gonna do some camping trips and possibly a float trip. So I'm just so grateful to be able to have the privilege to be able to do this work and impact the next generation in the city that I was born and raised in. So thank y'all so much. Super grateful for everything. Peace and love.
Thank you, Nick. That was awesome. Yeah, y'all, if you have an interest in food justice, you need to reach out and talk to Nick sometime. So, and we are really lucky to have him on staff to provide some support to our vistas for a few hours a week. He's a busy guy. All right, now, last but not least, for the 2020 award presentation, we have Steve Schnarr here, who is going to present Kristen Schulte, the 2020 award.
Thank you. I am Steve Schnarr, the Director of Missouri River Relief, and the MEEA Outstanding Service Award to a local or community-based organization for 2020 is given to Missouri River Relief in name, but in reality, this award honors a very special employee of ours, our Education Director, Kristen Schulte. Leslie let me know that MEEA really wanted to award Kristen not only for her inspiring work in 2020 to find innovative ways to reach students in their homes, but also to honor her continued work to create new programs this year as well. When the pandemic pulled the plug on most of our in-person programming, Kristen did not miss a beat in crafting powerful programs connecting with students in their homes, but also connecting those homes to the streams and rivers that connect all of us. Her Watershed Expeditions from Home program sent a box of goodies and lessons to all the participants and connected them with others their age to engage in outdoor projects in their neighborhoods. She designed a virtual Missouri River trip to teach powerful science lessons through a video journey on the Missouri River. And when we couldn't bring the whole Columbia Public School 4th grade to the river, she worked with a team of educators to craft the virtual Missouri River Days, reaching students in their classrooms and their homes for real place-based education. She also worked with partners like Paige Whittick, who you'll be hearing from later, to bring the virtual Missouri River trip into assisted living facilities in the region, which is connecting with totally new audiences for us. This summer, along with a long list of partners and volunteers, she created Mornings at the River, bringing kids 0 to 5 with their families for outdoor hands-on learning, exploration, and adventures on the banks of the river. And that program, which is brand new, served 633 people. In the past 2 years, these innovative programs have impacted 4,600 students, and we are super duper proud of Kristen and really grateful, Kristen, for your dedication to place-based education on the Missouri River.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Steve, and thank you so much, MEEA, for this special recognition. Working for River Relief has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life, besides being a parent. And I feel like this is one of the first places that I have ever really gotten to work where I feel fully accepted and have a lot of freedom to dream and scheme when it comes to doing my passion of connecting people to the environment. So I'm really lucky to get to work with amazing coworkers and volunteers with River Relief, and also with a lot of you being teachers and partners of the organizations, of the programs that we run. So thank you so much again.
It's so inspiring, Kristen. Thank you so much for your big picture view of EE helping. I mean, Steve said it. I mean, in what he said, people can tell that you're very expansive in your vision, and I love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Leslie.
So yeah, 2020 was weird,
Right.
to say the least. So we changed up our awards. These aren't the normal categories that we use. So this year we went back to the usual categories. So on the next slide, we are going to get started with our 2021 awards. I can get the slide advance. There you go. Oh, what just happened? Y'all. Okay, I'm going to try and fix it again. My goodness. I think I broke Zoom. There we go. Can you all see that now?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Phew. All right. So, Kristen, I guess you were back up to present Caitlin Nichols with her award, which is the Jan Weaver Award.
Yeah, so this award is named for MEEA's first executive director who retired in 2019. It goes to an individual that demonstrates steadfast dedication to building environmental literacy in our state. Caitlin Nichols is a 4th grade teacher at Rockbridge Elementary School in Columbia, Missouri. One of the first times I ever met her was she signed up for a pilot project and taking out the entire 4th grade in Columbia Public Schools. And that is kind of been Caitlin's way that she moves through the world, as far as if there's something that is working to connect kids to the outdoors and she sees that benefit to her students, she's normally the first to jump at it. One of the most inspirational environmental education projects I have ever seen a teacher integrate into the classroom was Caitlin's Honeybee Unit. During this unit, she helped students to form a love, not just for bees in there, not just for honey, but for bees as well. And during this unit, the students spent 6 weeks. She guided them through a combination of research, through conversations with bee experts, experiments. And through this process, the kids got a better understanding of native bees in their community. And then students at the very end, they presented their findings to their families. They even dressed up for the event. And I think that just goes to show like how proud they were of the work that they were getting to do. I'm not the only one that is impressed by Caitlin. Reagan Webb, the elementary science coordinator for our district, shares that Caitlin is an outstanding teacher. She provides so many learning opportunities to her students that exemplify place-based education. She also shares her expertise with colleagues. She encourages teachers to get outside the four walls of the classroom and give their students authentic learning opportunities. Caitlin is constantly learning more herself and modeling what a lifelong learner is to her students and her colleagues. Ryan Link, her principal, shares, Caitlin is a gifted educator. Building relationships with her students is always her first priority. Caitlin uses outdoor learning experiences and place-based education as leverage to build connections to her students. These experiences provide community building opportunities for her classroom. Each parent has shared with me about the positive experiences that students have in Caitlin's classroom. Lastly, I couldn't do this without a word from Mike Solowski, who's also a big fan of Caitlin. He is the K-12 science coordinator. He shared that Caitlin works tirelessly to provide her students with a rich place-based learning experience. It is so appreciated by parents that each August he tends to get an email from a parent that proclaims, "My child got Miss Nichols." Caitlin has also worked to encourage others at her school to try out place-based learning, and it is catching on. We're always excited to see what this amazing teacher is doing next. Please help me recognize Caitlin, who has been an inspiration to her students and fellow teachers for building environmental literacy in our community.
Awesome. Yay.
Wow. I mean, that was a lot. Really, thank you so much. I'm kind of speechless. Thank you so much. I couldn't believe it when sorry, my dogs are so excited that they think they're being honored right now. I just want to say I'm so thankful for the honor of having my name on the same block of wood as Jan Weaver. That is such a big honor. I'm so excited about that. I am also really thankful for the fact that I have big passions. And sometimes that can be overwhelming for people, but I'm really excited that I work with a group of people in all different parts of Columbia that support my big passions and support the fact that trying new things, though it's scary, can be really exciting. And I just really hope that I can continue to do PBL with as many people and as many kids as I can convince. Not that kids aren't people, stop. So thank you so much. I'm really excited.
That's awesome, Caitlin. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, next up for our 2020 Organization Award, we have Hope Gribble to introduce Tori Cassabaum, which it's so funny. We just made the connection. Hope and I work together every day, and through the last couple of weeks realized that we've been meeting at a cafe that your parents are the owners of, and then that we were awarding you, and you were a former intern in Hope's office. So she seemed like the perfect person to give you your award. And I think it's funny too. I just want to let everyone know, Tori's very gracious. Her award, I printed it wrong, which is, so it was done printing today. But I think and Tori is the person on the right in that picture. She's shown with a couple of her full-time staff. So take it away, Hope.
Oh, thanks so much. Well, this is just so inspiring, all of the amazing work that's being done. And I am honored to present the 2021 Organization Award to Tori Cassabaum and City Garden Grade School in Columbia, Missouri, in recognition of their support for environmental education in Missouri. City Garden has always valued connecting children with the outdoors, and due to the pandemic, they've moved entirely outside. The school is entirely taking place outside. The teachers spend each and every day deeply engaged in connecting their students to the world around them. Classwork, academics, art projects, lunch, recess, and more, all held outside all day. And while it's extra work for the staff, City Garden sees the deep and lasting benefits of teaching children outside, which makes it all worth it. City Garden is the first elementary school to move entirely outdoors in the Columbia area. And here to accept the award is Tori Cassabaum, Director of School Affairs. Congratulations. And Tori, we would love to hear a few words from you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I love that it's you, Hope. That's so sweet. Yeah, interned a long time ago with you. So sweet. Yeah. Yeah, we're just very thankful as a school to receive this award. Moving outside was not a small task, and our teachers and parents and community members just gave so much support to make this happen. And so it feels really, yeah, great to be honored in this way. We are wanting to continue being an outdoor school now that we've experienced it. And so we're in the long process of kind of seeing what that looks like as an elementary school in Columbia. So yeah, this feels like a little push, you know, that always we're just needing a lot of pushes along this journey. So it feels really good. Yeah, and wonderful to be honored with a lot of these people that I know and now want to know. So thank you very much.
That's so awesome. Yeah, well, we wish you continued success on the outdoor learning trajectory. It's so fantastic. Okay, we have another honoree who is super committed to outdoor education, and I'm so happy that Joan Rupert is here to present Megan Fox with her award. Is Joan on the call? Oh, there you are. You're muted, Joan. Glad I'm not the only one that does that.
Okay.
Hey.
So sorry. I'm Joan Rupert. I'm a board member at large for MEEA. I have the great honor and pleasure to present the 2021 Grassroots Small But Mighty Award to Megan Fox and the Blue Fox Farm School. I want to thank Kristen Schulte for some of the comments that I will soon share with you. Megan lives with her family at Blue Fox Farm, the farm next to the property owned by my husband and me near Ashland, Missouri. I learned about Megan's preschool when I was attending my educational doctoral program. In my program, I was learning about various ways children learn, and Megan's forest school was an example of alternate learning methods. I was very impressed with what I found out about the school. Megan runs a forest kindergarten at Blue Fox Farm, a nature-based preschool in rural Boone County near Ashland. Through the COVID-19 pandemic and before, this program has been an exceptional and nurturing place for many little ones and their families who have found safety and comfort in a childcare option that allows kids to spend much of their time outdoors. In a recent article published by the Missouri Department of Conservation, Megan was quoted as saying, "Early childhood is all about relationships. And one of the relationships we often kind of just skip over in traditional education or just in the society we live in today is the relationship with the natural world. If we want that relationship to continue, we have to start really early because that's where the meaning is formed." Megan's school is small. It is licensed for 9 students. And her leadership and early childhood development is a reminder that we can all teach and share and learn and grow in many different ways when it comes to understanding our relationship with nature, no matter our age. Small but mighty. Yes, that's Blue Fox Farm School. Congratulations, Megan.
Yes.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Thanks. Thank you, Joan. Hi, neighbor. It was such a pleasant surprise to be to receive this award, and I just thank you all very much.
Thank you, Megan. Really inspiring. I knew I was going to get teary-eyed at some point, and I was really like doing really well. Well, that your quote really got me. So yeah, thank you for valuing the youngest among us. So next up, we have Kristen Schulte back up here to present Paige Wittick, her youth group award for some really cool stuff that I didn't know was happening. So I was so excited to learn about this.
The 2021 Youth Organization Award goes to Paige Wittick with the Missouri River Bird Observatory for the Missouri Young Birders Club. This award goes to an organization or program that provides outstanding environmental service learning, career, and/or youth leadership in Missouri. Paige Whittick started with Missouri River Bird Observatory in 2017 as a seasonal educator, and the organization quickly realized they got to keep her because of her enthusiasm and experience and the need that they had for their educational programs. So she soon became an education coordinator as a full-time year-round position. In her role, she has launched and coordinated the Missouri River Young Birders Club with the mission of bringing young Missourians to enjoy, experience, and conserve Missouri birds and other wildlife. This is a birding club that is devoted to youth, and that is not ever yet to happen in our state, developed at this scale. Paige has the unique ability to dream big while also organizing all the little details that needs to happen to pull off these big dreams. And Paige has helped fulfill the organization's longtime dream of organizing and hosting a summer camp program called the Young Explorers Camp. And during COVID-19, they modified that program to be a camp in a box model. And they also created a virtual nature school with the goals of providing standard-based lessons tied specifically to the Missouri ecosystem. These resources have all worked to assist students and teachers and provide new ways for students to learn about Missouri birds, habitat, and other fauna and flora. Dana Ripper, the director, who wishes she could have been here today, said that Paige has done such an awesome job with the Missouri Young Birders Club, as well as literally hundreds of other events, presentation, and opportunities for people of all ages. She is a skilled organizer and as well as a talented educator. This MEEA award is very well deserved. Please help me recognize Paige and the Missouri River Bird Observatory, as they are truly an inspiration, whether you're a classroom teacher or a young person interested in birding.
Thank you so much, Kristen, and thank you so much, MEEA, for the recognition. It means a whole lot. And it's nice fuel to keep going because we're stretched a bit thin here right now. But as part of the Missouri Young Birders Club, I'm so excited to share with all the volunteers and other people that helped me make that happen. But also the kids, part of the program is that they are empowered to help kind of run the club. So I can't wait to tell them that they're award winners as well. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Paige, so much. What a great group. I'm feeling very inspired right now. So our last award tonight is a very, very special award, not only because it's the Lifetime Award, but because of the honoree. So it's special to our organization. So, and this commitment, I just glossed over my whole first paragraph, so never mind. Okay. Please join me in congratulating Jan Weaver for this very special award, the MEEA Lifetime Award. Around the time that MEEA was founded, Jan also became the first director of the Environmental Studies Department at the University of Missouri, Columbia. So she was not only the director of MEEA and working to get this organization off the ground, she was doing a whole lot of other big stuff. And in between, her work and her volunteer work, she's found time to do even more volunteer things for a variety of environmental causes. I know that since retiring from MEEA just a couple of years ago, she's been filling multiple roles for the Friends of Rockbridge State Park organization. She's really active in pursuing the control of invasive honeysuckle. And I know she's been out doing environmental advocacy work as well. And since retiring, she's even developed a new website for educators called Curious Dust. I'll put that in the chat in just a second. So you can check out her new website. It's for educators and it's really, really cool. But although I don't get to see Jan very often, I'm immersed in the fruits of her labor every day with this organization. And I just find myself wowed so much by how thoroughly thought out everything she set up in MEEA has been. Jan, I know you're moving to Iowa next year to be closer to grandkids. That's going to be a huge loss for our state, but that's a huge win for Iowa. Thank you for everything you do to support environmental ed in Missouri and soon to be Iowa, and just for your years and years of dedication and service to MEEA. Before you say anything, Kristen Schulte, who's known you a lot longer than me and worked with you a lot more than me, wants to say something as well.
Okay, I swear I won't embarrass you, Jan. Okay, maybe just a little. So one of the first things you will see if you walk into Jan Weaver's house is this award hanging on the wall. It is from Missouri River Relief, and we called it the Taming of the Crew Award. This award includes 2 photographs. One is a bunch of river rats. They're on the side of the bank of the river. Their shirts are off. They're wearing sarongs. They're just like, yeah, life is great. And then the second photo, so there's the before Jan River Relief, the after Jan River Relief. The second photo, oh, she's showing it. Oh, this is great. Is everyone is on a boat. Everyone has their life jackets on. They're properly secured and buckled. And everyone just looks like they're having the time of their life. These photos literally are a symbol of the influence that Jan Weaver has had on our organization, on Missouri River Relief. Jan has served on our board of directors, co-wrote an EPA environmental education grant, and organized teacher workshops and summer camps along as part of this grant. I literally, this grant paid for 3 years of my salary. I could probably say that I wouldn't be here. River Relief would not be where it is with our education programs without Jan's influence. She's been an integral piece to the success of the organization and programs that we have been able to build here. And I'm so lucky to have her as a mentor and as a friend. So please help me and Leslie recognize Jan Weaver as a steadfast leader in environmental education in Missouri.
Well, I'm really moved by this award. Leslie, you hit one out of the park once again. You know, when I retired, she asked for people to contribute comments about my service. And it was like being at my memorial service, you know, how everybody gets up and says nice things about you. So like I'm putting that in my drop dead box. So when my kids organize my service, they can pull it out and they can read it then.
Nice.
And then of course, having a award named after me is like, oh my gosh, I thank you so much. And I'm so like thrilled to have such a strong candidate for the first award. I really appreciate that. You know, when I got this, I was really excited because I was going to join a group of people that have been pivotal in MEEA since its beginning. Jim Lubbers, Loring Bullard, Joe Pitts, Leah Langdon, Debbie Barker, Melvin Jones, and Nancy Snyder. So when I came on board, those were the people that showed me the way, who instilled in me a vision of what this organization could be. And listening to the descriptions of the previous award recipients, I now feel like not only am I a member of a great group of people that have received the Lifetime Award in the past, I'm a member of this year's great group of recipients. Some who've been seasoned in MEEA and some who are new to me. And I'm very excited that this organization is moving forward with such a strong group of people. So I'm not worried about moving to Iowa. You guys have got this.
Thanks, Jan. Thank you. Congratulations. Very, yeah. I don't really know what to say. Just we wouldn't be here without all of your hard work. And this organization is much needed. So with that, Sarah Holmes is going to close us out, and thank you all for your patience. We got a little bit over schedule.
I don't know what to say as my closing, except I'm just really proud to be a part of an organization that's doing really wonderful things. And I appreciate all the things that you guys do for each other and for the environment, and for our dear neighbors. And thank you.
Awesome. 10-minute break, and then you should all go to the social. It's on the Excel Events platform. Grab a beverage of your choice, and see you in 10 minutes to watch a film and do a scavenger hunt. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.